The moment he walked away, something inside her broke. Gunshots still echoed outside, screams filled the air, but all she could focus on was him. Park Jimin, the man who called himself the devil, had just looked at her like she was his only reason to live. Her fingers tightened into fists. "No," she whispered, and before fear could stop her, she stepped out of the car. "Miss, you can't." Too late, she was already running back inside. The mansion was chaos. Bodies on the floor, broken glass everywhere, the smell of blood thick in the air. Her heart pounded violently. "Jimin!" she called out. No response. Fear crawled up her spine. Then, a loud thud echoed from the hallway. She turned, and there he was, standing in the dim light, gun in hand, blood dripping from his fingers. And in front of him, another man, alive, barely. "Wrong move," Jimin said coldly. His voice, emotionless, deadly. The man laughed weakly. "You're weak now because of her." Her breath hitched. Jimin's jaw clenched. His eyes darkened. "Say her name again," he whispered. The man smirked. "Your little weakness." Gunshot. Silence. Her body froze, because in that moment she saw the real him. Not the man who let her clean his wounds, not the one who looked at her softly, but the Mafia king, ruthless, terrifying, unforgiving. And yet, when he turned and saw her, everything changed. His expression softened instantly. "What are you doing here?" he snapped, walking towards her. I thought you were supposed to stay in the car." His voice rose. She flinched, and he noticed immediately. His anger faded, replaced by something else, something deeper. He stepped closer, too close. "Did anyone touch you?" he asked, voice low. She shook her head. His shoulders relaxed slightly. "Good." But before she could say anything, another voice interrupted. "Well, this is interesting." They both turned. A man stepped out from the shadows, slow claps echoing through the hall. "Park Jimin, the great Mafia king," he smirked. "Brought down by a girl." Jimin's expression turned deadly again. "Leave," he said to her. "No," she whispered. His eyes snapped to hers. "Go, now." "I'm not leaving you." Silence. Something dangerous flickered in his gaze. "You don't understand," he said slowly. "They will use you against me." "Then let them," she said, voice shaking. "I'm not running away anymore." His breath hitched. For the first time, someone chose to stay with him. Not because they were forced, but because they wanted to. And that terrified him. The man laughed. "How sweet." Before anyone could react, gunshots rang out again. Chaos exploded. Jimin grabbed her instantly, pulling her against his chest, shielding her. "Stay behind me," he ordered. Bullets flew, glass shattered, men screamed. Her hands clutched his shirt tightly. "I'm scared," she whispered. "I know," he murmured. His arm wrapped around her protectively, and something inside him snapped. This wasn't just about power anymore. This was about her. And anyone who tried to take her wouldn't survive. His eyes darkened completely. "Don't look," he said softly. But she couldn't, because what happened next changed everything. He became ruthless, more than before. Every move calculated, every shot precise. There was no hesitation, no mercy, only destruction. For her. Minutes later, silence fell. The enemies were gone. But so was something else. The distance between them. He turned to her slowly, breathing heavy. "You should have left," he said. But his voice wasn't angry. It was shaken. "I couldn't," she whispered. "Why?" he asked. She hesitated. Then, "Because I was more scared of losing you than staying." His heart stopped. For a second, he said nothing. Then suddenly, he pulled her closer, his hand gripping her chin gently, forcing her to look at him. "Do you have any idea what you're saying?" he whispered. Her breath trembled. "Yes." Silence. Dangerous. Heavy. "You're choosing a monster," he said. "Then I'll choose you anyway." That was it. The last thread of control snapped. His lips crashed onto hers, rough, desperate, possessive, like he had been holding back for too long. Her body froze for a second, then melted into him, because deep down, she knew. There was no escape anymore. Not from him, not from this, not from the way he made her feel. When he pulled away, their breaths were uneven. His forehead rested against hers. "You don't belong in my world," he whispered. "Then why won't you let me go?" she asked. Silence. Then his grip tightened slightly. "Because I can't," he admitted. And that truth was more dangerous than anything else. But just when everything felt like it was changing, a king rang. Jimin's expression darkened instantly. He picked it up, listened, and for the first time, fear appeared in his eyes. "What is it?" she asked softly. He didn't answer immediately. Then, accounting, "They have your sister. Her working shadows." "No!" His jaw clenched. "This was never your Red," he said. "They knew exactly how to break me." Her legs felt weak. "What do we do?" she whispered. Jimin looked at her, really looked at her, and something terrifying settled in his expression. "We go to war." But what happens when saving her sister means losing her forever?